Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
We're back with our first Top 5 Wednesday in quite a while because we had the booktubeathon and then we were apart, so we didn't really see the point in doing Top 5 Wednesday then, so we haven't done one in probably like 6 weeks, which is crazy. But we're back this week with, what's the topic? Dislikable
characters. These are characters that aren't villains. They're meant to be liked, but you just dislike them for some reason.
So we thought that we'd have a bitchy Wednesday and share with you all these characters that we hate for irrational reasons.
My number 5 is Annie Altman from Winger and Standoff, because she's at number 5, because in Winger I really didn't like her, and you meant to like her because she's Ryan Dean West's main character's love interest and he loves her. And I didn't. I was like, she is an absolute pain. Don't go out with her. You can do so much better. But then in Standoff, I quite liked her. She actually turned out to be a really nice, lovely character who's funny and witty. And I changed my mind about her. But originally, I hated her, so yeah, her.
My number 5 is Emma Bloom. My number 5 is Emma Bloom from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. She is the main character's love interest, and she's at number 5 because I don't really hate her, but there's just something about her that I have never liked from the first book. I don't know why the main character likes her. I think she seems really young. Well, they are quite young, but I don't know. Something about her just annoys me. She seems really immature and just someone I would not want to be friends with, and she just annoys me.
The next person that I disliked was Will Herondale from The Infernal Devices. I only read Clockwork Angel and I just thought it was a bit rubbish. Compared to like Mortal Instruments and Lady Midnight, I was just like, it just felt, I don't know, a bit immature. Like Tess is quite young, but when I was younger and I read about Clary, I was alright. But now I'm 20, like listening to like young Tess and like learning about her and what she is, I'm just like, I know all of this. It's like going back to Harry Potter, like when you love it and it's like reading Philosopher's Stone. I just didn't really enjoy it. But Will, now Laura's explained to me why he is. I'm just like, but I still don't like him.
My number 4 is Teresa from the Maze Runner trilogy because I don't think you're meant to like, well, you're meant to like her, but then she does do betrayal things later on that are meant to make you dislike her a bit, but then you're meant to forgive her like Tom does. And I didn't. Like, I was alright with her, and then she was just a cow in sports trials, and then I just never really liked her. She was always just felt like, she just didn't feel very well developed compared to like the main group of guys, and they were all like, oh, she's a girl, and it was all like, her character trait was the fact she's female, and that was it. Apart from that, she was really bland and boring, apart from just being annoying, and I never liked her. I don't like her in the film either.
And my number 3 is just a kind of a character role. It's the head of the institutes from the Mortal Instruments side, and just like the general Cassandra Clare books from like the Shadowhunter world. I really, really love these books, like apart from Infernal Devices. I love just like everything Cassandra Clare writes, I think is great. But there's always these characters that are the head of the institutes or like Clary's parents that just seem to get in the way of the story. Like the Shadowhunters are meant to be like amazing protagonists that can do anything, and then it's just like their mum and dad's like, oh, you've got curfew, be back at 12, and it just brings it down for me. It's just like, can we just like erase them? And it's just, I don't know, it adds a good complication because it's like they're facing adversity from like all angles, but I just can't stand it.
My number 3 is Manong from only Heir of Fire, because I haven't read Queen of Shadows yet, but I know she's in it and that just grinds my gears because I just don't like her. It's not anything she does specifically, it's just like, why is she there? Like, this is having a whole third of the book be dedicated to her perspective. It's just like, if you want to introduce a new character, you do not need this much of a chunk to be in her perspective to make me care about her, because I just don't. She's like a really rubbish Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. She's just like, I just don't understand, because she's all like, oh, I'm second in command, I'm all like, love my clan, and then at the end she's like, oh, but is my clan evil? It's like, make your mind up. If you're a dedicated witch, you're a dedicated witch. Like, what are you doing? I don't like her. I might skip her bits in Queen of Shadows depending how important they are, but I do know a spoiler for Queen of Shadows, so I know she's going to be in it a lot, and it's annoying.
Coincidentally, my number 2 is Manong from Just Heir of Fire. Laura told me how shit Manong is, and everyone told me how shit Manong is, and Whitney skips Manong's chapters, and I really did. like I kind of like skipped hers and like read a few sentences just so I got the general gist of she has a bird, she learns to fly the bird. That was it, the entire book, and I just can't believe she was in it that much, and I just don't care, and I don't want this to bring down Queen of Shadows, and I don't think it will, because the only way is up from now. But yeah, we don't like her.
My top 2 is actually 2 characters I'm lumping together because I can't separate my hatred. Clary and Jace from the Mortal Instruments, which I know hurts Amy's soul a bit because she loves Jace.
No one likes Clary.
No one loves Clary though. She's annoying.
I'm all about
round
now.
Oh,
fine.
True. You've moved on. Yeah, it's just like I think partly I don't like them because of their relationship. I feel like if they were just like 2 separate characters, I might like them a bit more. But it's their relationship. It's so annoying. Like. They're just always like, oh, I can't be with you, I can't be with you. It's like, shut up, like you can be, you're just being immature and annoying. Jace is overdramatic, Clary's overdramatic, she doesn't know what she's on about, she gets in the way. I like Simon, basically. I just don't like Clary and Jace. Like, they don't make me not enjoy the books though, it's just, I just don't like them as people, I wouldn't want to be their friend.
You can all guess what my number 1 is if you've been following this channel at all. I read Fangirl once, and I have this weird habit where I read a book and I go meh, and then over time I just was like, wow, that was the worst book I've ever read, I hate it, burn it. And that happened with Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. It's the only Rainbow Rowell book I've ever read. I'm not gonna not give her another chance. I definitely want to read another Rainbow Rowell book, but I just hated Kath so much. I just hate her. Hate her.
My number 1 most hated character is probably a little bit controversial because a lot of people like her. Amy doesn't, but a lot of people on BookTube do, and that is Lola from Lola and the Boy Next Door. What is the hype? She's weird. Like, I'm not against weird people. I'm like Team Luna, Team Neville, but she's just unrealistic. It was just such a badly written character. It's like, oh, I dress up as like an Egyptian goddess on every Tuesday for school. It's like, no, shut up. You're just weird, and you're just trying to be quirky. And your boyfriend's name is Cricket. Like, that whole book was just like over the top. Everyone just needed to simmer down in that book. And yeah, Lola was the worst. Just the worst. Like, I love that little trilogy. Like, I really loved Anna, and I liked Isla a lot more than Amy did as well. I really liked those characters, but Lola was just like, who are you? Just stop it.
So those are the characters that we're meant to like and we dislike. We're really sorry if this has offended anybody. But then again, we're also not sorry because it's our opinion.
Sorry.
But let us know your opinion down below and we can have like a lovely discussion about our disagreements.
And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.